Thank you for tuning to Acquired Taste Media. Make sure you click the link in the bio, like, subscribe, know what to do. Really appreciate the love. So, in this day and age, okay, in this day and age of hip hop, there's not much to talk about if you a real street nigga. Like, for real. Like, you know, back in the day, you know, we used to talk about trapping. We used to talk about hustling, getting money. These new niggas, they talk about killing people, spinning the block, robbing people, and they talk about all this shit on wax, on songs. And it just seems like, once again, I mean, the world, there's a lot to talk about in the world, but I just feel like, you know, when you're a trap artist or an artist, you know, a street artist, you know, only thing you know is street shit. So, with Pooh Shiesty doing what he did to Gucci, he probably was thinking in his head that, you know, Gucci a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Gucci ain't gonna say shit. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Nobody. Like, I don't understand what, like, he must have really thought, like I'm talking about Pooh Shiesty. Shiesty must have really thought that niggas was, like, really like that, I guess. And niggas was probably, Gucci was really like that, you know, a few years ago when he shot nigga and killed Jeezy people for trying to come and take his chain. Like, Gucci has always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Gucci been to the joint, was locked up for a minute, came home. So, one first thing, when a street nigga get locked up and come home and say, nigga, I'm done with the streets, most of the time, they're lying. But sometimes they be telling the truth. And obviously, Gucci, when he came home and said, nigga, I'm done with the streets, I'm focusing on my family, my wife, and my kids and all that shit, that nigga was telling the truth, he wasn't playing. Like, he was serious. So, you know, for Pooh Shiesty to come home and do what he did was just out of line. Like, I think a lot of niggas feel like nigga Shiesty wanted to go back to jail. Like, because in all actuality, brother, all you had to do was fulfill your contract with Gucci and, you know, you could have been on your way. You know, or even, you know, because the word in the street is, you know, he wanted to go to CMG. Cool. Tell Gotti to buy you out your fucking contract. Tell Gotti to talk to Gucci, and they probably could have made an agreement and bought you out your contract for a few $1 million. Because I know Gucci was gonna want some millions for you. So yeah, there was definitely a lot of different ways he could have went about this situation, but he chose to crash out, and it goes to show that, you know, I don't know if this nigga's father was in his life, his whole life or whatever, but nigga, he's an emotional individual. Like, you feel some type of way, so you act on your feelings, which is a female trait. That's some emotional shit. You need to be able to check your emotions. Like, there's no way you should have went to have a meeting with your, you know, with your label, and then you turn around and rob the niggas, you know, because, I mean, even think about it. Gucci put you where you at. Like, he ain't put you in jail. You know, you put yourself in jail. But the reason that you so hot and that niggas fucking with you and that niggas wait for you to come home from jail and dropping shit was because of 1017, was because of Gucci. So how you gonna come home and then a nigga, I even listening to the song, the nigga said he put money on your books. Like, so the nigga was looking out for you in the joint. And then you come home and dog the nigga like that? Like, I don't know how much the nigga was looking for him in the joint. Then there's stories going around saying that, you know, when one of his family members died or something, they expected Gucci to pay for the funeral or something like that, and they said Gucci only gave him $10,000 or something, which $10,000 is enough to cover a funeral. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just buried some people, and we had to go through the insurance and the funeral home and all that, and we buried them for around 10. When I say a little less than 10, I'm talking about like maybe 9,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a funeral itself, unless you want some big extravagant shit, okay, you can get a funeral done for less than $10,000. So that is not even a valuable or a valid cause to crash out like he did. And then on top of that, you're still signed to Gucci. After all that, you're still signed to Gucci Mane. So now let's get to Gucci Mane and his statement, right? So this song is called Crash Dummies. And he pretty much talks about what happened. And I'm going to say one of the statements down here is this the hardest witness statement out right now. So, you know, this is exactly what it is. It's definitely a witness statement. No doubt about that. But gotta give it to Gucci. He be snapping on this bitch. He be hollering. So, you know, shout out to Gucci. Glad that, you know, he was able to come out of this situation unscathed. And, you know, obviously, you know, he played his position in the situation that happened. You know, because, like I say, this been 10, 15 years ago. Man, Gucci might have... Man, listen. Gucci used to be that nigga for real. Nigga. So, yeah, so, you know, witness statement. So, going back to just hip-hop now and what people have to talk about. If you're not an artist and you're not creative, then it's going to be hard for you to find shit to talk about. You know, because unfortunately, you can talk about the streets all day, but after a while, you know, that shit get old. Like, niggas want to hear other shit. Niggas want to hear growth. Niggas want to hear that, you know, you doing bigger and better things. You know, niggas want to hear that you know, investing in art and you know, you learn how to put a trust together or something. Like, we want to see that you're actually growing in that. And honestly, even with music nowadays, shit, some niggas, we want to hear something of value. Like, shit, what can you tell us in this song that can help us in our everyday life, other than stay out the streets and stay out of jail? But I mean, you got any fucking information about, you know, taxes or anything? Like, you at this point in time, rapping is just, you should be sharing information in your raps, just like Gucci did. He was sharing information in this rap, and he was sharing information because he don't give a fuck, obviously, about niggas calling him a snitch or saying he snitched. Nigga, here's a statement. Here's a lyrical statement for everybody who thinks I snitched or who think I'm gonna snitch. Nigga, fuck that. I'm snitching right now on this song called Crash Dummies. And if they want to use this shit in court, they can, because this is exactly what happened between me and this Crash Dummy. So, make sure you guys click the link in the bio, like, subscribe, know what to do. Really appreciate the love. And yeah, man, we about to see how this break down. But I truly think that, nigga, Pooh Shicey's not getting away with this. I heard from a couple people online, I forgot who exactly it was, but there was somebody talking online about the feds and how the feds don't need, like, they don't need hard evidence to convict a person. All they need is probable cause, and all they need to see is that it's something that you're known for. So it's like, if you go to the feds for robbery and shooting and running around with guns, and they let you out, and something happened, and they find out that, you know, you had guns and you was robbing and shit, they don't need to have the guns and the evidence and all that shit. All they need to know is that you did it. Like, you were the one who did it? Okay, that's cool enough for us, because you got an MO of doing it. So we don't need everything else. We don't need to find the weapon and all this other shit. All we need is one person to say you was there and you did it. And that's all they need. Like, they don't need a gang of evidence against this nigga because he just came home from jail. So the evidence in itself is the fact that you just came home from jail and you're doing the same shit that got you put in jail. So obviously you want to go back to jail. There's a lot of people out there that say Pooh Shiesty has a boyfriend in jail and he was missing his boyfriend. So that's why he wants to go back, because I've never seen a nigga crash out this fucking quick, okay, after coming home from jail. And then not crash out on no little shit, but you crashed out on some old kidnapping and having guns and all type of violence. Oh, man, nigga, you going down. Pooh Shiesty going down, okay? You going to the joint. That nigga going to do some more time, okay? Now, hopefully, I don't know, they say, oh, he got good lawyers, this, that, and this. So hopefully his lawyers are so good that they can get him little time. Maybe he can do maybe 2-3 years and come home and still be signed to Gucci, nigga. Like the shit don't make any sense, bro. Shit don't make any sense. For real. And like Gucci said in the beginning, nigga, you're still signed to me. You're still signed to me. So all your music that you've been making, I'm still eating off of, nigga. And because you just did what you did, your streams went up. Because niggas, you know, the hood niggas and the street niggas was like, oh shit, nigga, Pooh Shiesty. So they got to, you know, re-listening to FDO and all your Pooh Shiesty songs and all the classics and shit. And all that money is going straight to Gucci Mane pocket, bro. So him crashing out didn't do anything but help Gucci Mane and put more money in Gucci Mane pocket. And once again, he's still signed to Gucci Mane. So drop a comment. Really appreciate the love. Make sure you guys click the link in the bio. Like, subscribe, know what to do. Peace.